Talking about the 90-day challenge. Guess what? It takes 30 days to create a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. It takes 30 days to create a habit and 90 days to do a lifestyle. So guess what? A 90-day challenge is just a series of 30-day challenges. And today is August the 1st. We're kicking off our 30-day challenge. We're going to do one every month, but you add 2 or 3 of these together and it makes 90 days. Our goal is to win the game of money. Success in money is a series of daily victories. Success in money is a series of daily, weekly, monthly habits. The way you win the game is you go practice. The way you play the game is to get in and do it. So I want to show you the 30, 60, 90-day program that we've got going on and get you invited to be part of this. Now, to be part of the challenge, for this special 90 days, simply send us an email and say, I'm in, I want to play. I want to do this. We're building you a personalized checklist and some action tools of the things you need in order to be successful. So send us a quick email at successmoneyfoundation@gmail.com, successmoneyfoundation@gmail.com, says, I want to be part of the 90-day challenge, and we will create a personalized action list, action tools, and a checklist for you. And we do this over a 30-day. You create a habit in 30 days. You create a lifestyle in 90. So we're going to play this game, and it's going to happen every week. So now let me show you what that's going to look like. So when you come here, and we're going to show you this really cool program we've got that we're building it, and we're building it right now, right in front of your eyes. So the first step, and again, when you send us this, we're going to send you a Google Doc, a Google link that you can simply go in and start updating these things. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in the Google one. Then I'm going to show you the new version that our techno wizards are building right now. So success is a checklist. I remember going out flying with this older gentleman, and he'd been flying for 50 years. Guess what he did? He pulled out the checklist. And we're sitting in the plane and he pulls out the checklist and he goes through and he checks off everything. Now, this guy has been flying for 50 years, but guess what? He used a checklist. Check, 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 check. Everything's done. Everything's working. Test it all. Boom, let's go. That's what we're doing here. Now, you'll notice that we have different sections on this, on our action plan. So the one is a 7-step checklist, which we're going to do in the next class, and we're going to go into detail. But on this particular one, you just go click the button, boom, got it done. Look at that. Done right there in the yellow. I got that one done. I got that one done. I got that one done. I got this one done. And as you are clicking these off, it's giving you credit. Now, I know some of you guys are competitive, so we're going to have you compete with other people. So the first thing is the checklist, which we're going to be talking about in the next class. The second one is your bucket list. Now, all of you have the ability to do this on your phone. The new version, the 3.0 version, has the ability, most of you need to turn your phone sideways, but you can go in, click on the link that we sent to you when we built your personalized one, and you can go in and put this data in. And when you do that, the first 4 or 5 of them are more phone friendly, and then the other ones are more detailed, are more computer friendly, because we've simplified the heck out of it on the front, and then we've added more and more great resources to it. And you'll notice there's all kinds of tabs on the bottom. So the second one's the checklist, the bucket list checklist. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And there's the 3 steps to that bucket list. The next one is your net worth. Okay, and this is the simplified net worth, and it's very simple. What are the assets that you own? Well, I own a home, or I own a car, I own a computer, I have an investment account. What do you have of value? And you're going to simply put it in here. Now, you'll notice there's a space there. You'll just simply take that out and just put investment account right there. And let's say that there's $100, $100, 100 pesos, whatever it is, there's 100 in there. Right now, your assets, you have $100 in assets or 100 pesos in assets. Then you can come down here and you can say, okay, well, I have a credit card. Well, that's a loan. So I owe $50 on that. So as you look at this, here's how it looks like. So you got $100 within your investment account, but you owe $50 on your credit card. You got $50 with the liabilities. Your net worth is 50. Okay, that's how it works. So as you add more things, I have a computer that have value and it's worth 500, and I have a student loan that I owe $200 on. Now there's right down here on the very bottom, your net worth is 350. I don't care where you're at. All I care about is that you're playing the game and you're part of this game. So I want you to go in and start putting all this information in. Now, the next part we're doing is the challenge. What's the challenge? Well, the challenge is we want to see where you are on a 30, 60, 90-day basis. So you're going to do the exact same thing you just did off your net worth, but now we're going to have you put in this new one. And again, this is brand new. We have to update most of your programs for that, so it's not available for you yet, but it will be shortly. But what's so cool is now you can put your assets of today, August the 1st, and then what's the assets worth at the end of August, and then the end of September, and the end of October, and November, and December. And it's going to show you how your net worth has changed over that period of time. Okay. So this is a brand new one we're adding to it. Also, what income did you make for the month? What income did you make? What are the expenses? And do you have any increased net income? And again, we're going to do more classes on this one shortly. The money tracker, this is the way, this is your budget. Now we've separated the money tracker into two pieces. So one is the money tracker, and then over here on the bottom, you can see we've got the money tracker detail. So the money tracker works really good on your phone. This is my income coming in. You'll notice we've added a new thing at the very top. Money in minus money out equals. So you got money in, money out, and a balance. So money in minus money out equals. And so this is where you're going to put your income in. Let's say that we brought in $2,000 or 2,000 pesos in income. Boom, I got 2,000 to the positive. And as you're starting to give money away, it's going to take that away. So there's money out. I've got 1750 on my account. My investment account, I put 250 into the account. Boom, I've got $1,500 to allocate. I've got a mortgage on here that's costing me $1,000 a month. I've got $500 to allocate, and then I've got some variable spending. I'm going to put wife on there. By the way, did I tell you that my wife lost her credit cards, and I decided not to report it because the guy who stole them spends less than she does. Oh, I know you're watching, sweetheart. Sorry, but that's kind of funny, isn't it? All right, and so you can come up here, and your goal is to get all this stuff in, move stuff around. Okay, money in, money out equals 0, so I'm perfect. And this will build you your tracker. This will build you your money tracker. I got 2,000 coming in. I've got money going out, and you can pick and choose where money's going. And so the goal is to get this to 0, and then you've got your money in, money out. This is your budget for the month. Okay. Now, and again, with this, we have the money tracker detail. And the money tracker detail works the exact same way, except for we've added some additional things for your variable expenses. All right, there's your variable expenses right here. And so it works exactly the same way, but we've added some new pieces for that. Now, the other piece that we've got is your debt what if. Many of you have a debt. You have a debt. Let's say that you have a loan on a property. And I'm going to use the loan, and the balance on that is $55,000. The interest rate is 10%, and the monthly payment is $591 a month. So these are real numbers from a property I did years ago. So I owe $55,000 on it. This is a loan on a fourplex, four-unit building. This thing's very old, but it's true. Now we're going to say, well, what if I could get the interest rate at 7% and I kept the payment at the $591? Well, I'm going to save 45 months in paying that off. I'm going to save 45 months, and I'm going to save $26,000 or pesos by doing that one thing. Okay, so if I just do it normal, hey, I'm going to pay the 55,000 over with a 10% interest rate. Monthly payment's 591. I'm going to pay it over 15 years. That's how much interest I'm going to pay. But if I can change the interest rate, and again, you can refinance, you can take your product someplace else. If we can get a lower interest rate, in this case, instead of 10, we're going to get a 7, keep the payment the same, we're going to save $26,000 on that deal. Now, what if we could do that same thing? We've dropped it to 7%, and we're going to change our payment to $1,000 a month. Look at that. We're going to save $39,000 by doing those two things. We lowered our interest rate and we increased our payment. Now, some of you are going, well, that's not very big. That's a very small amount. Well, guess what? If this is a house and your house is $550,000, payments, you got to kick that payment up. Let's see if $2,000 will compute on it. Nope, not enough. Payment's higher than that, $3,000. Oh, not enough. Look at that. 5,000. 5,000 will compute, and that's at 299 months, which is 25 years. So this thing's going to probably be $4,500 is what I'm guessing. Doesn't compute, so it's got to be $4,700. That's our interest. Oh, that's too much. We're gonna do $4,900. Look at that. There's 330 months. That's close enough. That's a 30-year loan. And if we simply increase this thing to 7% and the monthly payment, we're going to keep the payment the same. Let's see, 1,000, 1067, 316. Let's see if it'll compute. Boom. By doing that one thing, we're going to save an awful lot of money. All right, so we'll just go back to the same one here, 55,000, so you can see how that works. So the goal is to save on this thing. Now, with that, we've got the net worth detail. This is going to show you your net worth of income, expenses, loans, interest rates, things like that. And of course, we've got these other pieces involved. Here's your debt calculator that we can figure out, and we're going to teach this to you in another class in just a minute. And if you got a mortgage, how can we save a lot of money on your mortgage? This is literally money coming in, and this is how much you're paying on a monthly basis, interest that you're paying, principal that you're paying, and what's the remaining balance on it. So the big takeaway here is that this is all part of the 30-day challenge. Guess what? 90 days, 30 days to change a habit, 30 days to create a habit. It takes 90 days to create a lifestyle, and it's going to take you a year or 6 months or something like that to make a major difference in your net worth. Life's a game and games are fun. And we're going to be playing this game the rest of your life. The one thing that you really got to get into your head is you're going to be doing this the rest of your life. This is not a 30-day deal. This is not a 60-day deal. You're going to make, manage, and spend money your whole life. You're going to do success techniques your whole life. You're going to do strategies your whole life. I did things that my dad taught me when I was a teenager. He taught me one concept, and we were doing it. We were loaning money on cars. I'd worked as a dishwasher at a truck stop. That was my job. And my dad, we took that little money and we put it into an account. And my dad was selling cars, and there were people that couldn't qualify for traditional bank financing, so we financed it for them. And we got a 12% rate of return. I was doubling my money over a 7-year period of time. Well, guess what? I used that same concept in some of my other businesses. I bought millions of dollars worth of real estate. Some of that we did, we bought 7 buildings using that same concept, owner financing. I created a business where we used that same thing, where we financed students, and we did hundreds. We did millions and millions of dollars of sales because of that technique. So this isn't a short-term thing. When you learn a technique, when you learn a strategy, you're going to use that all kinds of places, and you're going to be doing it the rest of your life. This is not an overnight thing. This is something we're going to do on a long-term basis. Okay. So I want you to understand that your kids are going to make, manage, and spend money their whole life. So let's teach them how to do it right. Let's play the game, and games are fun. And the way you keep score, if you're playing the game and you're not keeping score, then you're losing. The Olympics are going on right now. The difference between first place and 8th place is that 1/100th of a second on some of these races. Okay. And everybody remembers the first, second, and third place person, but they don't remember the number 8. Doesn't matter where you finish. The only thing that matters is that you're playing the game. All right, we're going to come back. We're going to show you this master new checklist that our techno wizards, especially Ethan, has created for us. We're going to be right back.